Here's the start of my mini talk. So in school, I've set out the schedule and links for the meeting times that you can use for people to co-work and hang out together if you want. If you're shy and don't know if anyone's going to go, it's okay. Just pop in if you can. And I'm providing these ways of connecting, right? Because this group is not to just connect with me. This group is meant for you to connect with you so that you can connect with others safely, right? So cycle breakers comes together because the majority of the trauma, if not all of it, is all relational with people who take advantage of us, relational with us betraying ourselves, right? It's relational. And so part of the work is learning to relate to oneself with unconditional love and healthy boundaries so that we can do that with one another in a way that's responsible for the space that we all share. So I have these two possible ways. Let me just sit with it for a second. I'll tell you what they are, and then I'll tell you how I discern. So one of the things I wanted to talk about for the mini talk was when these gaps of time, right? So if anyone needed to take some time off of work, or if anyone's about to transition to another location, right? There is a moment where I have to choose one path or another. And zooming out, that's what all of our ancestry had to do. Some of it was through migration, forced or chosen because they were hoping for a better way of life or fleeing from harm in other lands. And if we don't stay present in that breakup, like that offshoot, right, we can go unconscious and then miss the whole point of it. And so part of that talk is about how do you stay present in this transition point that you might be in so that if things come up, you can clear it out. That's what we're doing here, right? And oftentimes our caregivers never left that moment, meaning they needed to choose or do something that they weren't resourced to do, so couldn't be present with us as children. So what happens is our nervous system gets used to people not being present with us because they're under-resourced or they're trying to settle into a new land or they're recently divorced, recently lost a partner, whatever it is. And so when that nervous system programming comes in, we replicate it. And so part of the work here is how do you stay present to what's happening and not get lost, right? Not get stuck in this. Oh my God, this is a thing that's going to make or break me. Don't get stuck there. And also don't get stuck in the what would have happened if I chose this other option. The more you can stay present in this moment, looking forward, the better for your nervous system. That's not true. The more you can stay present and forward focus, better for your soul, your internal light. Your body will always prioritize security, always will prioritize safety. It will prioritize safety because it's trying to survive. So that was one. And I did talk about it. The other one is I work with these new moms, right? Executives. So they're a high level position. So they're trying to please everyone on every side, right? So their children, their boss, their partner, and then their highly critical parent, right? Because the other thing is people who come usually are trying to figure out who they are and what they need, but they've been primed to fixate on what everyone else needs and then just fulfill that. But what happens is they don't fill their cup or they don't connect to their own motherland, their own sense of who they really are. And so that's the other decision point. Do you choose pleasing everyone else and being unmoored until you find the other person that you're pleasing or the other shiny goal that you're trying to reach or the other milestone you're trying to get to, right? These other offshoots. Or do you focus on just staying present to you and learning to deal with their responses? If you were socialized as a woman, you were trained generationally to please. Not only please, to make it work for everyone. Part of our wiring naturally is community, care, nurturing. But what happened along the way is that nurturing became weaponized. We lost track of the nurturing that needs to be bidirectional. I fulfill meaning and purpose by filling this that fills me. That's what the planet does. Very naturally, the Mother Earth just provides, right? And in the receiving of it, helps tend to the garden so that it doesn't overgrow, and it spreads the seeds, and it provides for other habitats, right? So this give and take, this ebb and flow is what's natural. This constant give that we've been taught, this constant push for more is actually what's out of balance. And so I just want to put these two ideas together now, is that you're at a choice point. Every moment is a choice point. Do I tend to this need or do I tend to me? And I'm saying tend to you as important, because when you give from a place of stability and groundedness, the giving is sustainable. It's meaningful. It will feed you. Okay? And so one of the things we do is we keep track of who's driving. And my teenager's been driving for quite a while. Not always, right? We're only shooting for 30% functional adulting. I was like it at 20. Okay. So I am tending to my cup with this upcoming sabbatical. I'm very excited because I know I'm going to come back more clear on what I'm actually trying to do with these groups too. And I want you to know that you are the one that you've been waiting for. You have been building your functional adult so you can provide the love and care that each of your littles need. Because it's not about making the right next decision. It's just about making a decision, getting behind it fully, and then seeing what unfolds. And that will inform your next step. Everyone, and I believe this, is exactly where they're supposed to be, and it's all unfolding exactly as it's supposed to. That is the end of my mini talk. Everyone take a sip.